Oh my gosh, this one is horrible. It's so bad.
So I got a few new subscribers after the Skyrim video, and I want to welcome you all to the channel. We are slowly but surely growing. I like to do all sorts of drink content, so mead, seltzers, coffee, tea. I like to cover everything, and I like just commentary in general. But today I would like to talk about a very unique and interesting seltzer variety pack. And that would be from Bud Light Seltzer. Bud Light's journey in the seltzer game has been interesting to say the least. They got on board the bandwagon at the beginning of 2020 with a fairly safe variety pack that tasted on par with every other company's attempt at the trend. I'm sure they had decent enough sales, but they were otherwise pretty forgettable seltzers. They could have just let it be an afterthought of a product line that slowly faded into obscurity, but they were smarter than that. I thought they were joking when I saw the ugly sweater pack announced in October of 2020, but it turned out that they weren't joking and actually produced them. By creating some really out there flavors, they got people talking about their seltzers. It was a classic no such thing as bad publicity situation. They also got people like me with a morbid curiosity to purchase the packs for the novelty alone. The peppermint patty flavor was the weirdest, but I actually kind of really enjoyed the rest of them. Their next two releases, the Out of Office pack and the Retro Summer one, both had safer flavors and were more enjoyable to the average person. Enter the Fall Flannel pack. The Fall Flannel pack feels like a return to form with the publicity at all costs, morbid curiosity approach, with the pumpkin spice seltzer leading the charge into the autumn season, which I also tricked my wife, Autumn, into trying in my pumpkin beer video this October. I have also talked her into trying the rest of the pack. She doesn't know what the other flavors are, so this should be fun. Okay, are you ready to taste some seltzer?
So ready.
So you don't know what these flavors are.
No.
So, let's kick things off with this one.
I've had one of these before.
You have had one of these before.
I can smell it all the way out here.
It is a potent aroma.
It smells like brown sugar oatmeal.
All right.
I don't want to try it. It smells so yucky. It's actually better than I was expecting.
Yeah.
It tastes like, what is that, apple cinnamon oatmeal?
If this is the one that I think I gave you, I have to taste it, because that's the one that I meant to give you.
It's so good.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum.
Describe what you're tasting.
It tastes like apple cinnamon oatmeal. Like
just apple cinnamon oatmeal.
The pack that you like rip and you know.
Like the Quakers.
Yeah, you use it like when you go camping. Apple cider, and it's not apple cidery. What else is apple pie? Is it apple pie?
Mm-mm.
Really?
This is number 2. Also, I'm gonna get you some seltzer water.
Okay, yeah.
For in between. What does it smell like?
It just all smells like brown sugar or syrup. It just smells too sweet, all of it.
That's, a common thread. As we discovered in the previous video where this seltzer popped up, it's too sweet.
Yeah. What was the flavor of the one I tried?
Pumpkin spice.
Cool. Okay, so I know one of the names. Oh my gosh, this one is horrible. It's so bad. It like made my neck tense up. It's not a good time.
Well, here is a regular
This
bubbly
is so
water
yucky.
to.
I don't trust you.
No, I promise. I'm not tricking you this time. And?
You know, it's really yucky. Do you know which one it is?
Yes.
Do you
Yeah.
like it? You had like a yucky face.
I mean, these are all kind of. I don't like them, but I buy them because I'm morbidly curious, which I feel like is a big part of their business model, is the morbidly curious, and then the psychopaths who think that this is the best.
Hmm.
You're not psychopaths, I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's so gross. They're just so overpowering.
Yeah.
Like I know that taste, but like the feeling it gives me in the back of my throat distracts me.
Well, hop on board with this.
Okay. Oh, this one's like a fruity one. It's not bad.
Yeah,
It's definitely better than the other ones.
that's my opinion too.
These are like hurting my tummy already. They're hitting my stomach and my stomach's like, no. They're so yucky. I don't think I could ever drink a full one of these.
Well, we have 4 more in the fridge.
Let's give them as gifts. Tastes like I've got like a cough syrup taste, which makes me feel like it's cherry or cranberry. But I could be so off.
Yeah. I will save my thoughts. Almost last is this one. I guess.
I told you it's making my tummy hurt.
That was a ripper. Wow.
You're welcome.
Well, I hope you enjoy.
Why are you smiling at me like that?
No reason.
Oh, I know this smell. Is this the one you gave me?
No.
It's not? One of those is pumpkin spice?
Yep.
No. Is it the second one?
Yes.
Okay. This is like chocolatey.
You're in like the same flavor territory.
So no.
Like,
It like reminds me of hot chocolate. I know that smell. Do I like that smell in real life?
you like the namesake of the beverage.
Caramel.
Yeah, you're in the right territory there. That's, I think, closer with that than with chocolate.
Was I right with the first one is apple pie?
No.
Is one of them apple pie?
Yes.
Can I try the third and fourth ones again to try to guess?
Yes.
Because I don't know which one it could be.
Start with 3.
This was the one I said it was fruity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's apple pie for sure. Okay.
There you
Why did
go.
I think it smelled like berries?
I think it embodies like just a red fruit characteristic. That can be appley or that can be berry. This one, though, is my favorite of all of them.
Huh.
Of all of those ones.
Yeah. I liked the first one kind of.
Do you want to hop back in on the first one and think about it?
Brown sugar? Molasses. Syrup.
Is
it maple syrup?
You're blazing. You're on fire. Maple syrup is one of the flavors.
That's why it tastes like oatmeal.
That's
to me.
why it reminds me of the like Quaker oatmeal packs.
Mm-hmm. I still taste apple, so I would call that one maple syrup.
So that one is maple pear.
Oh, okay. Apples and pears aren't that far from each
No,
other.
they're not.
Yeah, it was kind of good, but also just too much of everything. Like if it was a LaCroix level of like sweetness.
Moving on to number 2.
Pumpkin spice.
You're right.
Oh, it's so gross.
Pumpkin spice.
It's so gross.
The weirdest thing about this to me is like
It has like a weird bitter flavor at the end.
there's some bitterness and then there's like a buttery characteristic, which is really weird in a seltzer. And then number 3.
Apple crisp. Okay. Apple pie.
So this one they made in their ugly sweater pack last Christmas. It's the only one to like circle back around. And then number 4.
Oh, this one I don't have a name for, right?
Nope, you don't have a name for it yet.
Oh, it is also very, very strong. But it does smell like caramel.
Yeah, there's a caramely characteristic.
It reminds me of like a Starbucks drink.
It reminds me of cream soda.
It does smell like cream soda. Kind of, but just really bad. Oh, Nick, it's so yucky. I don't want to drink it. I just keep smelling it so I don't have to drink it again. You're gonna tell me and I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, of course that's it. I know what this is.
Every time I have a campfire, you want to do this.
Oh, s'mores? Is this supposed to be marshmallow? What?
Here you go.
No. No. It tastes like chocolate or caramel. It does not taste like a marshmallow.
Yeah.
Okay, it kind of smells like a marshmallow. It's not good.
Okay, something I wanted to do while we were here and tasting things. Bud Light did a tea pack this summer. And when I tasted their, they had a tea seltzer that was apple tea, and I was very confused why they had, like, apple tea is not a super common like tea flavor.
I don't think I've ever heard of apple tea.
Exactly. And so my theory there was that they were just taking their leftover apple crisp from the ugly sweater stuff
We have
last
so much.
winter. And they were just like, just throw some brown coloring in it and call it apple tea. So I would like to compare them just to see if that was the case or if I'm totally off base. But
It does
I
smell
think
crisper.
it's crisper.
Can
There's
you
not
grab
a
it?
cinnamon note. So,
It could be the same base, and then they turned half into this and half
and
into
they add
this.
like a tea flavoring in, because
I don't know, actually.
there is
They
a,
smell like basically the same.
I pick up on a distinct like tea flavor with
Yeah.
the tea one.
I also don't like tea. Why am I here? This is definitely better than this, though.
I know they didn't use any actual tea in this though. It's just tea flavoring.
Oh.
So,
Well, that's disappointing.
yeah. Whereas White Claw, kind of the real MVP, their tea seltzers are actually made with tea.
Oh.
So, Bud Light, step it up.
I don't care. You can do whatever you want with your tea.
I feel like my theory is proven inconclusive by this comparison, because this is a little more fruity and refreshing, and this one is a little more cinnamony and maybe a little
Feels heavy.
sweeter, but not as sweet as the rest of that
No.
lineup. Those are
The tea,
aggressive.
The tea is definitely the best, and I don't like tea, so.
If you had to rank them,
Can I see the cans?
yes,
That one was good. This one was good. I would say apple.
apple is first.
Yeah. Then maple pear. Then toasted marshmallow. Then the pumpkin spice is really yucky. I don't like it. These at least I'm like, oh yeah, that's a lot of flavor and it is what it's supposed to be.
The reason I think these ones are better, when you drink a seltzer, you're expecting light and refreshing, and
It's like when you go to the dentist and then they ask you what flavor you want for your teeth cleaning, and they're like, you can have grape or chocolate or mint. Like, you have to choose mint.
you're a psychopath if you choose like grape as your fluoride
Yeah.
flavor.
So yeah, these are really yucky. I mean, they all are.
This one I can still live with.
I just wish they weren't as flavorful as they are again. And I like Frescas and Pop sometimes. Like, I like things that are really sweet. These are just like sickly sweet.
I think they were just looking for something they could call a seltzer, but serve to people who like pop, because it is like a soda level of sweetness.
Yeah, but I think that the fake sugar...
See, so that's where it gets interesting.
So does this one.
This one does not have stevia.
What is it?
The apple crisp.
No, what is sweetened it?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I mean cane sugar. They have just extra cane sugar. I think that lends to it tasting better, and I don't know, helps it be refreshing without being sickly the way like these three are. And I think a lot of that too is like, I think those like rich flavors are what make these not as good as this one.
So, no thanks.
You want to join us? Yeah? Oh yes, hello.
I would recommend that if you have an adventurous spirit, you purchase this pack. But if you have a weak countenance, do not.
Or if you're just morbidly curious, go for it.
I guess.
That's why I did it.
The Bud Light Seltzer Fall Flannel Limited Edition Variety Pack. Bring some chaotic energy to your table this year.
From a flavor perspective, the Fall Flannel pack suffers from the excessive stevia added, and the creamier flavors of the marshmallow, pumpkin, and maple ones feel disjointed in a seltzer. Apple Crisp is still pretty good though. For the others, it feels like they asked themselves,
How can we outdo ourselves in the worst way possible?
I don't know who this is for, and I'm somewhat afraid to try this year's Ugly Sweater release with flavors like Seltzer Nog and Sugar Plum. However, I will once again subject myself to it for your sake. I am a man of the people. From a marketing perspective, it is an absolute win because they got people talking about them again, myself among them. I can't really hate on them for doing this because it took guts to actually put these into production and get retail locations to actually stock them. I would be interested in talking to the person who made the call and said,
Hey, we should make marshmallow and pumpkin spice seltzers.
Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. After the Skyrim video, I needed to do something a little more casual. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you did in the comments, and let me know if I really should do the Ugly Sweater pack. Now back to me and Autumn for the cheers. Well, happy feasting season and cheers.
Happy fall, y'all. So bad. You know what happens when winter arrives?
What?
Autumn leaves. I'm fine. I'm fine. That was really gross.
I think we'll survive. I think we'll make it through. We'll pawn off the other 4 to people at
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
guests.
Yep.
Yeah, good call.